Everyone just described the end of the season as cruel. Just how would you describe the end of the season and how you're feeling right now?
Yeah, I mean, it is cruel. I mean, it's a tough game. And obviously, there's 28 other teams that are going to end the season the way we did. Some maybe with not as high of hopes and expectations, but at the end of the season, there's only one team that goes home happy. And obviously that's not going to be us. So, I'm obviously disappointed, upset, frustrated, all of the above. All the work that we've put in over the last 8 or 10 months. And, for me, the last several years, obviously, to be at this point and not see it through and obviously in the season on a disappointing note. Unfortunately, I've felt this quite far too many times and too often. So it's a tough game, it's a hard game, and obviously we're playing against a tough opponent and a tough atmosphere that was electric, and obviously what we play for. It's not something that necessarily was tough to do, but playing here in Fenway, obviously we knew what we were up against, and I liked our chances coming in, and at the end of the day, we just got beat. Obviously, they got out to an early lead, and they threw the ball really, really well. I thought Eovaldi threw the ball well, and then the guys that they brought in behind him did a really good job of just pounding the zone, throwing strikes, and getting ahead of our hitters, and we weren't able to get a whole lot going against them. So just a disappointing game, obviously a disappointing finish to the season. And, like I said, it's just another reminder how difficult this game is and how tough it can be.
Understanding it just ended, but do you think you've played your last game as a Yankee?
I hope not. I hope that I'm back next season, but obviously that's really not really on my radar right now. Just kind of trying to process all that went on and this season that we just finished, and obviously not just myself and how I'm feeling, but that group of guys in that room and the disappointment that we're all feeling right now. I understand you have to ask me about next year, and right now, if I had to answer, I hope that I'm back in that room, and I hope that I'm in Tampa come February. But there's obviously a long time between now and then, a lot of things that need to get figured out, and we'll see what happens.
Brett, just following up on that, you're still wearing your uniform. It's an hour after the game. Is there a reason for that? Maybe you're reluctant to take it off?
Yeah, I mean, I think every year when the season ends, I have taken my cleats off already, so I'm halfway there. But yeah, I mean, just I'm not going to wear it home and sleep in it tonight. I'll take it off when I walk out of here. But just haven't gotten around to it yet. And obviously, you don't know how many chances you'll get to put the uniform on again and go out there and do what we do, and just feels good to still have it on.
When you consider what you need to do this offseason, who are you going to turn to? Who are you going to lean upon to try and make that decision about playing next year?
Well, most importantly, my wife, my kids, my family. They've obviously sacrificed. This game has been great to me and great to my family, but the longer you play and the older your kids get, the harder it gets, and the more things I miss out on, and not being able to see them back home doing their thing, and obviously makes it harder to be it's harder to be together all the time and things like that. So I'll obviously have some real serious conversations with her and my kids, and my dad, my parents. I'm fortunate to have a great family, and always have had all of their support, and we'll see. We'll see how the next few weeks, the next few months, where that takes us. But physically, I'm healthy and I feel strong and feel like I can continue to play this game at a high level. And obviously, the season did not end the way we wanted it to for myself or the team. But I do feel like I still have a lot to give, and but right now, not as worried about next year and what the future holds as I am just trying to process this and be with my teammates, be with my brothers, and try and lick our wounds a little bit.
Thanks, Brett.
Marley Rivera, please unmute.
Hi, Brett. We were talking to Aaron Boone, and he talked about his contract situation and him not knowing what's going to happen next. What kind of manager, since you're the longest tenured Yankee, what kind of manager has been Aaron Boone for you, and what will it mean if you are back next year to have him back?
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, ever since day one, coming over to the Yankees and just being in control of that room and really taking care of me as a veteran player and always being honest with me and communicating with me and just keeping his door open all the time and that line of communication open. Very thankful for the things that he's taught me and the things that I've learned from him and the way that he's treated me and the rest of my teammates, and just thankful for his dedication and his time. And again, you're talking about a man with a family and several young kids, and this is a really, really hard game, and it's a hard schedule that we have to deal with for 8 or 9 months straight. You guys know that, and just the sacrifices that not just him but the rest of that coaching staff has made, and the things that they've done for me. Not just Booney, but whether it be Reggie Willits with base running stuff and outfield stuff, or Marcus and PJ in the cage, and going through hundreds and hundreds of hours of video trying to help me make a 1 or 2 inch adjustments with the height of my hands in the middle of the season, things like that. I'm just very appreciative for all that they've done, not just for me, but for my teammates over the course of the season and in the past. They've been great. So as you said, I mean, a lot of uncertain, uncharted waters, with this team headed into the off season. But, even sitting here right now, I love that coaching staff. I love that group of players in that room. And I still believe in them, even though the season is over. So we'll see what the off season holds. And hopefully we'll have a chance to run it back.
Dan Martin, please unmute.
Brett, given how you guys played down the stretch, to come out and have this type of game, especially from Garrett, your ace, how surprising was that?
Well, I mean, nothing. I guess I've been playing this game long enough to know that you really shouldn't be surprised by anything anymore. I mean, we're playing obviously a really, really good team, a team that we've played 20 times now over the course of this season, and obviously they've faced Garrett quite a bit, and they were able to get to him early. I thought he threw the ball pretty well. A couple bad pitches that they really just didn't miss, and that's in a game like this. Sometimes that's the difference. And I obviously, I wasn't my best tonight. Garrett probably has told you he wasn't at his best, but the work that he puts in and the way that he prepares, there's nobody else I'd rather want out there on that mound in a must-win game. And I know that it didn't go his way tonight. It didn't go my way or our way. But, all the guys in that room, their work and their preparation, their dedication. We've obviously, kind of been up against a wall here for the last couple of weeks playing must-win games. It seems like we've been in the playoffs for 3 or 4 weeks now, that kind of atmosphere, and it's only been one game. But, there were times over the course of the season when we were down and a lot of people counted us out, and we could have rolled over and quit, and we didn't. That group of guys, we kept pushing and kept fighting, and, I am proud of that.
Eric Bowman, please unmute.
But a few years ago, after you guys lost to the Red Sox in the division series, you said this is the time of year when good teams get sent home and great teams move on. What's kept you guys from that latter category the last handful of years?
Man, that's a good question. But yeah, it is. it is that time of year. And, like I said earlier, there's only one team that goes home happy at the end of the year. And obviously it's not going to be us. So, I think everybody kind of wants to know the answer to that. I think the first answer I have is, obviously we're playing against really good teams, and it doesn't matter if you're talking about the Red Sox right now or the Rays, the way they've been the last couple of years, playing them in the postseason last year, and obviously the Astros a few years before that. So, there's a lot of good teams out there, not just in the American League, but in the National League, and it's harder now than it's ever been to make it to the World Series and to win the World Series. And I think that obviously the work that we put in over the course of the season, at the end of the day, it wasn't quite enough, and we all collectively from the top all the way down to the bottom, we need to obviously take these next few days, next few weeks, next several months, and continue to look ourselves in the mirror and reevaluate and find ways to get better and find ways to continue to push each other and try and get this team over the hump. Obviously, this is not the way we wanted to end the season, and I think being here at Fenway, seeing them celebrate, and getting knocked out here at Fenway will add a little extra fuel to the fire this offseason when guys are working hard behind the scenes and hopefully lead to better results next season.
We'll take the last two questions in queue. First, we'll go to Tom Marion.
Brett, you were part of a World Series team at the beginning of your career. Does it get more frustrating every year when you don't win it?
It does. It definitely does. As a young player, my first full season, 2009, going to the World Series and getting to experience that. As a young player, you don't know how long you're going to be around. You don't know that you're going to be here for 14 years. And, you kind of, I don't want to say take it for granted, but with the team that we had back then in 2009 and the team we had going into 2010, obviously with the expectations we have for ourselves and the expectations our fans have for us and our owner and our GM, you think you're going to go there every year. And, each year that goes by that we don't make it, that is obviously a little tougher. And you just don't know how many more opportunities you're going to get. So, again, I thought we had a really, really good team. We obviously dealt with a lot of adversity this year and came up short of our ultimate goal. But, we do have what it takes in that room to not just be better, but to win it all. And obviously, coming up short like we did is disappointing.
We'll take the final question in queue from Tyler Kentner.
Yeah, Brett, thanks for doing this, answering all the questions. Do you have a handle on what you think needs to change? If the answers are in that room, but the rest of the league is also getting stronger, what do you think needs to change to get the Yankees where you want to be?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I mean, it's not a question that I necessarily have the answer for. I think if it's something that was obvious or that I knew, I think that we would have, put a stop to it or made an adjustment, whether it be in May or whether it be in July or August, that would have, maybe kind of been a turning point. But I can't put my finger on it exactly. I understand the question, and obviously as one of the guys that's in that room and being here as long as I have, if I don't necessarily know the exact answer, I'm not sure who does. But I do think that again, I think it's a time to take these days and weeks and these next few months and just continue to look ourselves in the mirror and find a way to get better, each and every one of us, and obviously collectively that makes the team better in return. So just continue to push each other, continue to feed off of each other. I think we've got a great group of guys in that room that will make this, that are going to make this team, make the Yankees contenders and serious contenders, not just next year but moving forward. So we'll see.
Gordy, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for coming in a moment. Please stand by.